What's up, you guys? So, there is nothing like new beginnings. New beginnings! That's not a song, we just kind of made it up here. And there's something to be said about the guys that can go out there in life, whether it's in football, whether it's, your job in everyday life, or maybe it's your relationships with people, and having new beginnings, being able to start fresh and being able to develop yourself as a person and just continually get better and come back from what places that you never thought you'd be able to come back before. Horrible segue into how PFF released a list of a total of 32 players that will be bounce back candidates, one for each team in 2024. So let's get into it. So there's a whole bunch of lists here on the specific players and everything. And yes, we're going to get a spoiler alert overall as to Nate Hobbs being the bounce back player for the Raiders this year. But here's what essentially they came to say. So the Raiders got they got a lot of good production from several returning players, and with limited defensive talent beyond the defensive line, they're a tough pick for this exercise, but Hobbs is a viable candidate. Hobbs was phenomenal in 2021 with an 80.0 overall grade and a 78.0 coverage mark after allowing under 400 yards all season, but he didn't match that level of play the last 2 years, never exceeding a 69.0 overall grade in 2022 or 2023. A big reason why could be that Hobbs played on the outside much more in that span than his first year. Las Vegas has big questions in its secondary, but a full season of Jack Jones, who was a ball hawk late last year, could enable Hobbs to stay more in the slot where he excelled before. And so I actually really agree with this for a lot of different reasons because, yes, Nate Hobbs, his first year, was not asked to do a lot in terms of being outside of the slot. He's a slot player, like we've established that. And yes, 74 total tackles his rookie year, a sack as well as a pick. And yes, an 80.1 PFF overall grade. Like, he was really solid in his rookie year because he was asked to do some different things. But you'll see over these last couple of years, I didn't get a pick last year in 2022, did get one in 2023, has had a sack in each of his first 3 NFL seasons. And just looking at what he's done from a coverage standpoint. So yes, they mentioned his first year, under 400 yards allowed. And then last year in 2022, he was out for a couple of games with injury. Did allow a total of 231 yards that was caught on him for out of 66 targets, 48 were caught on him, and then he had a 108.1 passer rating when thrown against. Not good. So then in this year, in 2023, or this last season, he was targeted 82 times, allowed 63 catches for 588 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick, had a passer rating when thrown against of 103.1. Not fantastic. But you kind of saw what he was going to be coming out of college, because 4 years of pretty good production, really just got on the field right away there for Illinois. Is it the Fighting Illini? Is that their mascot? But overall, he was really solid. And coming out, he was a guy that a lot of people really didn't know how he was going to translate to the NFL, but a lot felt that he was going to be better in terms of the slot, and they weren't wrong. So you got Jack Jones and Nate Hobbs that are probably going to be the main guys here that you can for sure pencil in, but you also got Jacorian Bennett. You got Brandon Faceson. Those two guys are really battling for that opposite starting cornerback position. And Nate Hobbs, if he's going to be the most effective, you need one of those other guys to step up and not put Hobbs in a spot where he is defending outside. He needs to be in the slot. That's where he's most effective. And yes, I think that PFF got this one right. If you want Nate Hobbs to be at his best, you make him play in the slot. Don't make him play on the outside. Put Cameron Richardson, the rookie, and Brandon Faceson, Jacorian Bennett, any of those guys. Nate Hobbs is a stud slot cornerback, and I think that he needs to be given more of an opportunity to show that in 2024 and beyond, especially being a contract year. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, all that wonderful stuff. But let us know what you guys think about PFF dubbing Nate Hobbs as the Las Vegas Raiders bounce back candidate in 2024.